This is the Transformers Generations Amazon exclusive Legacy Evolution Rise of Tyranny 2-pack featuring the Voyager class, Minor Megatron, and I guess Voyager class Senator Ratbat. Two IDW characters that, honestly, do we really need these two? Right now, I picked it up at Amazon.com with free shipping to the Philippines. I got it after 1 week. If you live in Asia, this set is also available at Robo. Let's get these two guys out of packaging. And here are Senator Ratbat and Minor Megatron out of the box. And again, these figures look amazing. Their colors are great, the new retooling, absolutely fantastic. I can't get over these amazing head sculpts. But sadly, one of these figures does suffer from the El Cheapo plastic syndrome that Hasbro has been prone to be doing with these redecos and recolors. But both figures look fantastic. And I actually didn't expect these two guys to be pretty amazing. I actually thought the Orion Pax and Senator Shockwave would be the superior set, but looking at these two now, vis-a-vis those two, I think this is the better set. And these two Voyagers, they come out cheaper on Amazon versus the one Voyager and one Deluxe Class 2-pack of Orion and Shockwave. Anyway, absolutely love how they came out. Let's take a closer look at the details of these two figures. And for some comparisons, here are these two figures with their original molds. Now, Senator Ratbat was obviously taken from the Studio Series 86 Voyager class Scourge mold, whereas Megatron, this is like the nth time we're getting this mold, it is obviously from the original Siege Voyager class Megatron. Now, I know the repaints, the redecos, but I think they did a good job with redecoing, redesigning, and some heavy retooling on some parts here and there of both of these figures from their original molds. Obviously, Megatron, he's got some new shoulders. He doesn't have the fusion cannon. He's got the, I guess, fusion drill and a miner's axe. He's got a new chest. He's got some new abs. The legs look to be the same. The arms, at least the lower arms from the elbow down, look to be the same. But the biceps, the shoulders, they're new. Backpack is the same. Thighs are the same. And he's got a brand new head sculpt, which is just unbelievably gorgeous. I'll show that off later in a while. Let me just talk about Ratbat. Ratbat has almost the same parts as Scourge, except for that brand new head sculpt, which again, I will show off later. He's got some new shoulder pads. At least the top part of the arms look to be new. The top part of the bicep, the torso, the lower torso and upper torso are definitely new, but backpack, legs, thighs, even the collar, the Dracula collar, looks to be the same. There's some parts also different in ship mode, at least this bit right here, where it covers the face. That's different, but everything else looks to be the same. The weapon is also the same. It's the same blaster that Scourge uses, so they just recolored it. So again, the colors are different, but even the choice of the colors that they chose looks fantastic. This is such a purple, like purple yam type of purple that they use. It just evokes Ratbat so much. And then Minor Megatron, I honestly thought it was going to suck. I actually thought it was going to be a corny, dull repaint, but the gray plastic that they used, very glossy, very nice. But between these two, let me just get this done and over with. The only thing I did not like about this set was the plastic quality on Megatron. Now, I know I say this a lot of times, but when you carry both these two figures, nothing noticeable. They feel the same. The gloss is the same. The stiffness, the texture of the plastic, absolutely spot on. They 100%, they use the same resin. It's great. Very, very premium. Okay. Now, when you hold this new Megatron together with this guy, now let's just remove the gun, because some of you are going to say he's heavier because of the gun. So I'm going to remove the gun, and he could probably be heavier because he has got some extra bits, but it is a noticeable weight difference. I think they saved money on the gray bits. And I tell you that these parts seem to be okay. The dark gray bits are still pretty premium, but the light gray bits, that's the one they really scrimped on. And you'll know when you notice the feet. When I first got him out of the box and I tried to do the rocker joints, the feet just easily came off. Now it could be mold degradation because of this peg, but I tend to believe it's because they're using a cheaper, lighter type of plastic. The same thing is true with this one, although this one's a little tighter. It just loves to pop off, and you can feel it. You can feel the plastic. It's definitely much softer, a little bit softer than the original one, which just sucks. And I think that's what they did with the rest of the light gray plastic on this Megatron. But it really is a shame because this Megatron, I never thought I'd say this, but this is like, what, the 5th version of this mold? He looks great. In fact, he's my second favorite. I like this more than the Earthrise Megatron because it just was designed very well. And it really is a shame they had to use a lighter plastic for this one. They're just trying to save money here and there, and it just sucks. So let me just show you these gorgeous head sculpts that they use for Senator Ratbat and Minor Megatron would eventually become Gladiator Megatron. They look absolutely fantastic. Great paint apps, great sculpt. I don't know how accurate they are, but for me, I think they're pretty good. I love the paint apps, those yellow and black stripes, like, I know, caution tape on him, but it looks all right. I mean, it looks pretty accurate to me. And then Senator Ratbat, he's kind of goofy in the comic books, but I think he's all right. The body of Senator Ratbat should have been a little bit more slender. This one's a little bit beefed up, but it's always been a penchant of Hasbro to repaint the Scourge mold in the Generations line into Ratbat. We've seen that with the Generation, the bomber, the triangular bomber Scourge. They repainted that into Ratbat. So it just makes sense for Hasbro to just repaint the Scourge Studio Series 86 Scourge into Ratbat. Now the TLDR on these two guys, if you don't read the comic books, basically, you know, Megatron in his younger days started out as a miner. Who knew, right? He was mining in a mine, in a colony, and in this comic book, Megatron Origins, Senator Ratbat decided to shut down the mine, and Megatron obviously did not appreciate that. He fought back, and you know, he killed, I think, one of the guards. Obviously, he was arrested. He was going to be shipped off to prison, but he led a revolt, and then he ended up on Kaon. And he became a gladiator, and Ratbat somehow convinced Soundwave to supply him with weapons so that he would rise up the ranks and become the ultimate gladiator. And then eventually, Soundwave would betray Ratbat and accuse him of some form of discrimination based on functionality, whatever. I never got that. But long story short, Soundwave did betray Ratbat and transferred his mind and essence into a smaller, flight-capable body. And then eventually, Soundwave would subjugate Ratbat into one of his minions, and this would be his final form. So from being a senator, he's become a minion, and as a minion of Soundwave, he still has the same personality. He only cares about himself. Yeah, so I think karma bit him in the ass, and there you go. So transformation. I mean, we've seen both of these molds several times as opposed to Shockwave and Orion Pack, so I'm not gonna bore you guys with the transformation. If you want to know the transformation, you see the full transformation, go check out my Studio Series 86 Scourge review and my tons of Siege, Netflix, Megatron reviews to get the transformation. So we're just gonna turn them instantly into their alt modes. And here are Minor Megatron and Senator Ratbat in their alt mode. Obviously not, I'm joking. Here is the good Senator Ratbat, actually the bad Senator Ratbat in his alt mode. Man, looks absolutely terrific with his high gloss black finish. Purple Yam purple, Grimace purple on him. Very, very cool. No complaints. Now, Megatron, I left out the weapon because I wanted to show off some of the gimmicks for the for these weapons that he came with. So first off, let me show off the Evo Fusion gimmick. So you split the pickaxe, the drill bit, then you put the handle of the pickaxe at the end, put the pickaxe here, and then the drill, and it kind of forms like a crossbow. That's Evo Fusion for you. I mean, unbelievable gimmick. I think this is one of the things that will really sell this set, this fantastic Evo Fusion gimmick of Megatron. Anyway, okay, to attach the weapon in tank mode, since he doesn't have his fusion cannon, these hands, they don't really join together, and to do so, you will need to put the handle of the pickaxe here. I thought, honestly, because he's a tank, it would be best if you reversed it, but if you reversed it, there's no way to attach the drill bit cannon, so this is really the way to do it. And then you put the drill bit cannon right there and the drill bit itself. And it does make sense, actually, to have it this way, because the drill bit shouldn't go up, it should go down. So when you rotate the arms of Megatron, it rotates downward, and it does make sense, because he's a drill tank, so he would drill down. So it doesn't really make sense for it to drill up. So he's a miner, he would drill forwards and downwards. So I think that's pretty cool. Now, the head of the pickaxe, instructions just say to put it right here. I mean, this is like the most boring way to put it, so yeah, it's all right. But if you're not too queasy about some plastic stress, you can actually somehow squeeze in that pickaxe underneath the elbows like this. But it does put a little bit of stress on the elbows, and over time, I think, if you don't plug it in all the way, I mean, sure, it can hold, it'll stay there via friction, but, I guess it's not advisable because there's really not enough clearance. You have to it'll put a lot of stress on not a lot, but significant amount of stress on the elbow, and it's not advisable. But if you're just doing a photo shoot and you don't have a good place to put that, I think it looks great. Having that pickaxe right there, and it kind of feels like the whole thing is an arrow, and yeah, I think the aesthetic will look better that way. But again, like I said, not enough clearance, not advisable. And so some final thoughts on this Rise of Tyranny 2-pack featuring Senator Ratbat and Miner Megatron. I thought the figures were great, except for the fact that Megatron's gray bits are actually cheap plastic. I think the set deserves a 9.5 out of 10. These are some of the best retools, or figures for that matter, from the Legacy line, and I'm just very pleased with it. I didn't expect much from this set, and I was really surprised that I like both of these figures that much. Now, having said all of that, are these IDW figures still worth getting? If you're just a casual collector and you just watch the cartoons, not really into the comic books, and you're just trying to cherry pick characters here and there, you don't need more than 1 or 2 Megatron figures, or you don't really need these obscure characters or their pre-forms before their final forms, then I'm gonna say no. You can best use your money somewhere else. Maybe save up for combiners, save up for the Titan figures. If you're not really emotionally invested in these figures, in these characters, then yeah, it's a clear no. Don't bother with these guys. But if you're into the Generations line, you're really a Generations collector, you love the Legacy, the Prime Wars, and the War for Cybertron trilogy figures, and you're into the comic books, then it's obvious. You must get these figures. These are some of the best Generations figures I've seen in terms of sculpt, aesthetic, mold, the pinaps, deco, design. They really went all out on these figures. Let me know what you guys think of this Transformers Amazon exclusive Legacy Evolution Rise of Tyranny 2-pack featuring the Voyager class figures of Senator Ratbat and Miner Megatron. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews, and if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.